ringside, ready to go with another big week championship wrestling. And what a day today, David.
Boy, we haven't had a day like this in a long time. Get ready for it. We're going to begin with a battle royal. Going to be a big 14-man battle royal coming up here today. Won't tell you everybody that's going to be in it. Let me just mention Raging Bull, Gorgeous Gary Young, Jimmy Jack Funk, Jeff Jarrett, Superstar Bill Dundee. That's just some of them.
Some of the names.
14-man battle royal with an interesting stipulation for the winner.
I love it.
The winner of the battle royal gets today on television a CWA title match against the champion Jerry the King Lawler.
All right. I'll tell you what, I mean, right here today, you don't have to wait.
That's right. We'll also be looking at some folks that we haven't seen before. The Choir Boys are going to be here, and also the Zebra Warriors. They'll be in later on. Maxx Payne will be here, too. That's all in standby matches after the battle royal comes up first.
Hey, what do you say we not kill any more time? We'll get ready for that battle royal. We're going to take time out. We're going to be back with the big battle royal before the CWA championship in just a moment. Spectacular day of championship wrestling in store for us. 14-man battle royal. The winner to get a shot at the CWA heavyweight champion, the King, Jerry Lawler. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, everybody's as ginned up as we are today, Jerry. This is something else, a battle royal to provide a challenger for that CWA heavyweight title.
Well, pardon me, Lance, if I don't get quite as excited as everybody else is, because I realize what kind of competition is going to be in here today. I just hope that this battle royal lasts a nice long time, and that way maybe my opponent will be real tired by the time he gets ready to take a shot at this belt.
I hear that.
All right, if you don't mind, I'm going to sit over here and kind of watch the match.
Very much for you, too. Okay, Dave, I think we're ready to go with the introductions for the participants in the battle royal.
All right, introducing first from Texas at 250 pounds, the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez. From Houston, Texas at 250 pounds, Gary Young, Gorgeous Gary Young. From Arkansas at 230 pounds, Alan Reynolds. From parts unknown at 221 pounds, the Zebra Warrior #1. From Hendersonville, Tennessee at 208 pounds, Jeff Jarrett. From parts unknown at 220 pounds, Zebra Warrior #2. From Memphis, Tennessee, 215 pounds, the Nightmare, Ken Wayne. From Amarillo, Texas, 263 pounds, Jimmy Jack Funk. From Knoxville, Tennessee, 215 pounds, Rikki Nelson. From Salt Lake City, Utah, 303 pounds, Maxx Payne. From Arkansas, 289 pounds, William the Freezer Thompson. From Jackson, Mississippi, 220 pounds, Ron Nation. From Dallas, Texas, at 205 pounds, Rodney Napper. And from Australia, 214 pounds, Superstar Bill Dundee. 14 of them in the ring, ready for the battle royal, either a pin or over the top rope to get them out of the match.
Hey, Kingfish, this ain't going to go very long, and you're looking at where you're going to wrestle, because you got something I want, and it ain't this belt, but I got to win this belt to get a shot at that ring. I told you, brother, I'm obsessed with that, and I'm going to get the ring off. It's the last thing I got to do, and I'm winning this.
Of course, he was never one to be lacking in confidence. Dundee over here still talking about that ring. I believe one thing he said, Jerry, he is obsessed.
Oh, without a doubt, Lance. You could have 14 or 15 300-pound wrestlers in there. Bill might weigh 200 pounds if he's soaking wet, and I guarantee you he'd think he's going to whip every one of them.
Okay, Jerry, just sit down here if you would, and we'll just comment on the action. There's so much that happens in a battle royal.
Man, this is starting faster than any other battle royal I've ever seen. There's all kind of action going on in there.
Two brand new faces, and that's the Zebra Warriors that we have not seen before.
One of the main things you try to do in a battle royal, this is the first thing that's going on in everybody's mind. You try, especially when there's this many guys in the ring, to stay on your feet. Because the first anytime you get knocked off your feet, there's so many things that could happen. Somebody fall on you, somebody step on you, break a wrist, any kind of thing like that. So that's what all of these guys are concentrating on right now. Stay on your feet as long as you can.
And another thing that happens in a battle royal, Jerry, we've noticed from the past that a lot of times there's no thinking about one-on-one. That, brother, when a guy goes down, there's nothing for 2 or 3 guys to pound right on top.
Without a doubt. Like you said, you can win this either by being, or get eliminated either by being pinned or by being thrown over the top rope. And just like you said, you get knocked off your feet and down on the ground, and before you know it, there'll be 5 or 6 guys on you.
Across the way, Dundee with one of the Zebra Warriors. Ron Nation joins in. Rodney Napper.
He's just about out of there. He's gone. He's out of there.
There's our first elimination right there. One of the Zebra Warriors. Big Maxx Payne over in the corner going after Manny Fernandez. Look at Rodney Napper.
Did they get a shot of that?
Woo! Good night. They threw him so far over that top rope, he hit this concrete floor down here.
He may need some help over here with Rodney.
I'm interested in the corner. We're seeing gorgeous Gary Young in the far corner going against Rikki Nelson, but Bill Dundee steps in, nails gorgeous Gary. Look at this. Here goes Alan Reynolds. Jimmy Jack Funk put him out. Napper hobbling out after hitting that floor hard. Alan Reynolds up.
Maxx Payne just had Jeff Jarrett clear over his head. I thought they were going to... Whoa, there goes the other Zebra Warrior. Bill Dundee eliminates him. Dundee looks like he is on a mission there. He's going right after Rikki Nelson.
Manny Fernandez.
With Jeff up in the air.
Maxx Payne had him up there, and now it's the Raging Bull and Maxx Payne. There goes Rikki Nelson.
Bill is trying to make short work out of this.
We're down now to 7 guys. It's been eliminated in half. Boy, they cleaned out a bunch in a hurry. Manny Fernandez, Big Maxx Payne going at it. Jimmy Jack with Jeff Jarrett. No kind feelings in between those 2 guys as Jimmy Jack slammed his head in.
Look at Manny Fernandez. There
Whoa! Fernandez.
Fernandez out. There goes Funk out.
Fernandez and Payne went out. They're battling on the floor.
Over there.
Jimmy Jack Funk going crazy as he was popped out of there. Who was that just went? The Nightmare, Ken Wayne, goes down on the floor.
It's down to Jeff and Billy and Gary Young. Look at Dundee. He's just sitting up waiting.
The Superstar in the back left-hand corner. Jeff misses a drop kick.
He missed him.
Gorgeous Gary Young and Jeff Jarrett going at it.
He's not even getting involved.
You can see Dundee hanging back in the corner as Jeff and Gary Young are going at it.
Get in there, Bill.
Dundee,
There's a crowd getting in it for Jeff.
just an observer, and Young picks Jeff up, pounds him down in the middle of the ring. Big elbow drops down, and Jeff Jarrett, it may be Young and Dundee to see who's going to go for the CWA heavyweight crown, as Young really pounding on Jeff Jarrett. Picks him up by the hair.
On Gary Young's part right there, he should have tried to pin him. I think a lot of these guys forget about the pinning aspect right there.
Gary Young turned around and said, you're next, Dundee. He is not through with Jeff Jarrett, though, as he...
Pounding away.
He is going at it. Look at this!
Gary Young!
He misses the right hand, and Jeff Jarrett pulls him right up over the rope and pounds him outside. Dundee, back suplex, slapped him down. And Jeff Jarrett, who hit his head on that mat when he went down, bang.
Come on, Bill.
Slammed him down into the center of the ring. Look at that Dundee go. Remember, Bill had a little rest. One. Whoa! Jeff kicked out of it. Dundee snaps him over the shoulder. Knee right down the side of the face as Dundee, bound and determined he's going to get that title shot, and we had a 1-2. Jeff kicks out before the 3 count. Dundee not letting up. He knows how to finish, and he's got Jeff started. Pounds him with a right hand. I mean, just glommed him.
Come on, Bill.
Made no mistake. Look at referee Jerry Calhoun. He's saying, hey, don't use the fist. Dundee's saying, okay.
Had enough that he jumped in from behind with a suplex.
Calhoun counting running away.
Come on. There you go. At least help him in.
Bill holding the rope. He's telling Jeff to come
on, Dundee!
He nailed Jarrett as he came through the ropes. Well, the little Aussie pulling them all out now as he flat wants that CWA heavyweight title match with Jeff Jarrett.
All I can tell you, Lance, is I'm not going to have any sympathy on Dundee in this title match after what he's done to Jeff to win this thing.
Boy, he sure pulled them all out when he snapped that rope on him in the air and dumps him over. Jeff Jarrett, who had a rugged go with Gary Young first, and now Dundee just kicking the stew out. Count of one, count of two, and he didn't make it. Dundee thought he had him. He got a count of two. He picks him up, slugs him with a fist. The referee gets on Dundee about using the fist. And over the top rope, Jarrett goes, but he pulled himself right back up. Dundee drop kick from behind, and Jarrett is over the top rope, and Billy is out on the floor. The winner of the Battle Royal, Jeff Jarrett.
He did not go over the rope. He never went out.
He never touched the floor, Bill. He didn't touch the floor. He held on to the rope and popped himself right back in.
He did not touch the floor.
Dundee was so sure when he threw him over that top rope that he had won it. He was already celebrating. He never touched the floor, Bill. He grabbed the rope. He never touched the floor. True, you threw him out, but he never touched the floor, and he wasn't out of it. Now, you lose it, and that's all there is to it. He's over talking to the cameraman, trying to tell him, no, he did not touch the floor, and the official winner of the Battle Royal. Okay, all right, Billy. He just didn't. If you'd have been the winner, he'd have wrestled you, but you didn't win it, Bill. Well, nobody said that Bill was even-tempered. Okay, we got to get on with our action, Bill. You didn't win it. I'm sorry. He didn't touch the floor. He is the official winner of the Battle Royal, and he will wrestle Jerry Lawler for the CWA title. We're going to take time out. We'll be back in a moment. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum, the Rock and Roll Summit. It's going to happen in Evansville, Indiana. You're going to be seeing an AWA World Tag title match when two great teams from great conferences will be meeting for a title. The Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, going against the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, for the world title. In addition to that, it's Renegade Rampage night. You're going to be seeing some of the great matches you've ever seen. It will be time-waived on the last two bouts. Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee. Tommy Wildfire Rich comes back to meet Jerry the King Lawler in a single match with a time wave and regular prices. That's right. Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum, all of that action will be going at regular prices with a Rock and Roll Summit meeting with the Midnight Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express. Better make your set here in the program because we've got something very, very special coming up for you. This week, coming to town, Championship Wrestling, regular prices. We're going to have not only the Renegade Rampage tournament matches that'll be taking place, but also the Rock and Roll Summit. That's right. Two of the great teams in the United States from two great conferences going for a World Tag title. The Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. Let's take a look at some of their action.
Rockin' to the dawn, loving
NWA World Tag Champions, the Midnight Rockers, and they're going to be going against this week. Listen to this. From the NWA, they've held the World Tag titles themselves, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. Going against the Midnight Rockers for the World Tag titles. What a night that's going to be. But Jerry the King Lawler, you've got one of your own to worry about.
You got that right, Lance. The Renegade Rampage tournament matches are in progress, and my very first match is against none other than Wildfire Tommy Rich. And I have waited, Lance, for almost 1 year to the day for this, because that's how long it's been since a match took place down in Memphis, Tennessee. And instead of me trying to tell you about it, you just watch this film. It'll speak for itself.
And 39 seconds. Idol and Rich are teaming up on Lawler now. Bring together. The official victory goes to Lawler on a disqualification. There goes Calhoun out on the concrete. Rich rolling Lawler over. He and Idol are up to something. Look out! Oh, no. Rich on one leg, Idol on the other, and they slam Lawler, straddle that ring post.
Because Tommy Rich and Austin Idol, they weren't just trying to put me out of wrestling. They were trying to cripple me for life.
Really?
But you guys didn't get the job done. And Tommy Rich, I'm going to make you wish you had when I get my hands on you. Because then I got another thing that I think about a lot as far as Tommy Rich goes, and that's when he hid under the ring and helped Austin Idol shave my head in that big cage match.
He's hurt. Who is that? going to do after the pile driver on Idol. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're going to post him again. Idol and Rich pulling Lawler over to the ringside. And they slam him into that ring. Same thing they did before. Well, Idol evidently thought of every contingency because Tommy Rich appears from nowhere. 18 minutes, 17 seconds. The winner is Austin Idol and Tommy Rich.
Well, this time, brother, it's me and you, Wildfire, a long-awaited rematch. And I can't tell you how long I've waited for this. I'm going to hurt you bad, punk.
Time limit is waived for that particular match. Well, Tommy Wildfire Rich, as you can well imagine, had some things to say about the match coming up with Jerry Lawler. Let's take a listen.
To me, Jerry Lawler, you had never been the king. All them people can holler for Jerry Lawler all they want to. Intense. It's getting intense, Jerry Lawler. I live, I eat, I breathe, I sleep wrestling. Jerry Lawler, McDonald's hamburgers don't get the job done. I know what kind of athlete you are. So Jerry Lawler, just like I told you, don't be intense no more. You better start thinking. You better start thinking. You better start being scared, Jerry Lawler, because Tommy Rich, Wildfire, is coming back to town.
Wildfire Tommy Rich with those comments about the Jerry the King Lawler match. Now, in addition to that, you're going to be seeing Bill Dundee going against Jeff Jarrett in another Renegade tournament match. And when that's all wound up, we turn to the AWA World Tag Title. The Rockers against the Rock and Roll Express, Wednesday, regular prices. Tickets for Championship Wrestling Friday, February the 19th, Madisonville, Kentucky. That's next Friday night, Brining Springs Mill School. You're going to be seeing great action there. But Wednesday night, I got to tell you, been so excited about this coming Wednesday night in the Evansville Coliseum. Regular prices, no increase. You'll be seeing a Renegade Rampage night. What action it'll be. You'll be seeing the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez against Maxx Payne. Jeff Jarrett and Bill Dundee with a time limit waived. Jerry the King Lawler meets Tommy Wildfire Rich. No time limit there. You're going to be looking at the Renegade Rampage all night long until the Rock and Roll Summit. The Midnight Rocker, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, will be meeting the NWA's Rock and Roll Express for the AWA World Tag Title all Wednesday.
Win this 63
Heavyweight title match. We've got another match prior to that, right, Dave?
Right, Maxx Payne will be coming in.
Maxx Payne. The pain inflictor. Boy, I am still shaking my head at that Ernest Angel.
Yeah.
Where is this guy coming from? Look out. What? You're back out?
You, another one. We were in the dressing room. Another one. That's all I can say to you, Brother Russell.
You know, I can't believe it, Lance. I was back there, and all of a sudden, deep down inside, something started to dig. And I said, yeah, Brother Angel and I have a common goal, a common calling, and that's to destroy one thing. The King, Jerry Lawler. Because you know why? There's a new boy in town. He's one of the strongest halves of a tag team already wearing the belts. Lawler, get ready, because my calling, my destiny has been assumed, and the Overlord is about to reign. Take it, Brother Angel.
Oh, nothing warms me any more than to hear that.
Yeah, I can see you.
Are you going to join us, Brother Russell? Are you going to join us?
I got a friend that you and I are not going to be friends. That's all I can tell you. When you go out and sign up.
I got one favor to ask of Brother Angel. You know, Lawler, he's a low-down, scumbelly beatnik, and I want to know if Brother Angel and his boys will stand in my corner and take care of me. Watch after me, because Lawler will do anything to cheat, to steal, to take away something that ain't his and something he hasn't earned.
Yeah. The more the merrier. I know what you're thinking is on it.
You know that anybody that joins our cause, we're going to be behind them.
Well, I'll tell you what. One half of the Southern Tag Team champions, Maxx Payne and Gorgeous Gary Young, are the belt holders now. Dave, in the ring, a guy not quite as big, but he's close as big as Payne is.
He has good size. He weighs in at 289 pounds. We're speaking of William the Freezer Thompson, wrestling out of Arkansas. The Overlord Maxx Payne out of Salt Lake City, Utah, 303 pounds. And he's taking off his Southern Tag belt. This is going to be a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit match. And here we go. Maxx Payne. Boy, this guy's made some noise since he's been in the territory. And I think you see why right here as he takes the very large William the Freezer Thompson.
And he unlaced his boots all the way from the top, and he's got on high tops, too. This Payne, I'll tell you, is one of the guys that you keep your eye on, one of the most deadly prospects that we've seen since Bam Bam Bigelow. He not only can move, he is very, very strong and so big. Look at him put that shoulder into the freezer, pounding away at the midsection. Whips him across the ring, smashes him into the turnbuckle. And Maxx Payne, sensing the victory, goes for the kill. 1, 2, 3. He did it. He wasted no time, did he, buddy?
He did it in 55 seconds. He just went to work and defeated William the Freezer Thompson right there.
Well, I don't know that it's any consolation to the Freezer, but I'll tell you one thing. He has just joined a group that's already faced Maxx Payne. Boy, he is starting to spread them out. He and Gary Young have the titles now. They're helping the Freezer out. We're going to take time out. We've got the big CWA heavyweight title match coming up in just a moment. Vince, when Jeff ended up getting Dundee and getting out of the ring to win that one, because now we know what Lawler and Dundee would have been back. Jeff and Lawler are a little bit different situation.
It'd be an interesting match here. Yeah, and Jeff, it looked like Jeff was beaten a couple of times in the Battle Royal, but he hung in there. I don't know. Can he hang in there and upset the champion here? We'll see.
There's the King. He brings the belt in, and referee Jerry Calhoun has it. The CWA heavyweight title is on the line, and we're ready for the introduction.
And by agreement, it's going to be an expiration of time match. An expiration of time championship match. The CWA heavyweight title is on the line. Introducing the challenger at 208 pounds out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. And the CWA heavyweight champion from Memphis, Tennessee, 234 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler. A championship match to the expiration of time. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
I remember that Jeff and Jerry met one other time that I recall, and seemed to me it was in a tournament. I actually do not remember the circumstances. But the thing that sticks out in my mind about that match, Dave, was the fact of Jeff not backing down one bit to the King. And I remember when Lawler got hot and let that right hand slip and busted Jeff, boy, Jeff came right back and cracked him one, too. So I think we're in for a whale of a match right here. The King, obviously, would have to be the favorite in there. He is the champion, and you got to take it away from him. Jeff Jarrett, who's giving away about 25 pounds to the King. Ooh, oh man, did Lawler pick him up, got good leverage on him, and bounced him across the ring. Again, the referee, Jerry Calhoun. Jeff, can't you see how the guy's filled out? I mean, we've just seen him grow in a year here. How much weight?
Yeah, a year ago, he weighed, I think it was 189, 190 pounds. He's up to 208. He's been putting on weight slowly. Whoa, look at that. Oh, a little bit of what you were talking about there, huh?
Man,
He's not backing up a bit.
Lawler pitched him again across the ring, and Jeff came firing up and caught him with a clothesline and put the champion on the deck. Jeff has always had powerful legs, very big legs for his size. You can now see his upper body. He's been in the gym a lot. He's pumping that iron and working very hard. His arms are filling out very big. His chest filling out. Whoops, Lawler. And Lawler returns the favor. Hey, that Lawler is something, boy. I'll tell you, he knows how to capitalize on it. He caught Jeff totally by surprise, as Jeff caught him earlier. Squaring off, facing each other, center of the ring, tie it up. Standing side headlock, Lawler. The King continues to grind away, taking maybe a little of steam out, and snap mares him over, and look at Jarrett on that move. Pops him into a head scissors.
He had the shoulders down. The referee started to count. Jerry had no trouble in lifting the left shoulder to stop that count. But sometimes that'll happen. You get your opponent with the shoulders down, and they're thinking, now what do I do to get out of the hole? Meanwhile, the referee's holding the count on you. You can get out of a head scissors like that, but boy, it's tough on your ears. Jerry. Pretty well tied up here by Jeff Jarrett. You mentioned the strength that Jeff has always had in his leg. Putting it to good use here. I would suspect the King will now try a headstand to get out of it. That'll do it, usually.
King's up. Oh! What do you think? Talking about power.
Jeff Jarrett. Just kind of smashed his head into the mat there.
I mean, lifted him
Straight up.
234 straight up in the air on top of your legs, and Jeff lifted him up about 6-7 inches off the mat and pounded his head right back in. Lawler still caught in that head scissors. Jeff's using strength. He's using his leg, the strongest part, and he's using his speed. But Lawler, with that cunning and that experience, man, slipped out and right into a side headlock.
He wasted no time. As soon as he was free, he grabbed immediately for the side headlock. Take the advantage quickly.
There's not 3 names in the total world of wrestling that are nationally and internationally known that Lawler hasn't been in the ring with. He has faced them all and beaten most of them. Whoa! Look at Jarrett turn it over. Beautiful. And the King came out of it. No, Jeff, you're not going to win it easy. You can bet on that, buddy.
It's going to be a tough one to get. The King had the 2 count on him before he finally threw Jeff Jarrett totally off. I mean, he just lifted him and threw him across the mat, almost hit the referee. The referee was quick to get out of the way. We are almost 5 minutes into the action here. We're right now at 4:59, 5 minutes right now.
This is an expiration time, as Dave explained, and so we still have some time. It is not the conventional one-fall 60-minute match. We got that stipulation. It was several months back that we finally got the CWA and the AWA to agree to let us do it with a television time. We used to have to go with a 60-minute time,
right,
and
all the time.
We'd be in bad shape time-wise on it. Now it's an expiration of time, and the significance of that is that the wrestlers have to pay attention to it too, because they can't think, well, we got another 25 minutes and all. They have to be aware that this match could end at any time. It is a fact we've got some time right now. But it is one fall expiration of time for the CWA title. Lawler hooked the arm. Big drop kick from the King. And Jeff Jarrett gave it back to him.
Yeah, right at it. Both of them in the air at the same time.
Lawler caught him, Jeff caught him, and they both went up at the same time and hit that mat hard. You know, Davey, I've watched the face of wrestling fans at matches, and they'll go by the ring. Jeff Jarrett up on the rope, coming right off and piles into Lawler, and to the referee, Calhoun is down. Lawler, what is Dundee doing out there?
He just nailed Jeff, and he's got something around his chest.
He's got a chain or something like that. And Lawler is coming to his knees. The referee still on his back. Lawler covers Jeff. The last move that Lawler saw was the drop kick. And he covers Jeff Jarrett. Jerry Calhoun, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. That Jeff was going to beat him for the title. But it was, in fact, some interference from the outside. Lawler coming over, and look at Jeff Jarrett trying to explain. And now he's talking to referee Jerry Calhoun. Lawler saying, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hit you. And the referee's checking with Lawler. Did you hit him? And Jerry takes his title heading to the dressing room. And now the referee is going out. I don't know. Hey, listen, we were sitting here and saw him come out here. He pounded you. He not only hit you, he had something on his hand, too. Had a chain or something on his hand. You better believe when you were down, Lawler was down, the referee was down. And here comes Jerry Calhoun out with Bill Dundee. Dundee now brought out by the referee.
He's still got the chain.
Is he still?
See it under his shirt there.
Oh, yeah. Now, yeah, it's around his hand now. Look out. And Dundee pounds Jeff Jarrett with a chain. Hey, come on, Billy. Now, that kind of attitude is not necessary. Yeah, but what kind of a fair fight is that when you come in there and nail him with a chain? Hey, come on, Jarrett. Dundee picks the chair up and goes over and nails Jeff Jarrett. He's got Jeff's head split open. Hey, come on, Bill. Yeah, but what kind of a fight me, Russell? Hey, we'll see. I got him. You wanted that ring ladder, and I'm going to beat you. Dundee nails Lawler with a chain. Dundee slamming Jeff down right here on the floor. Bill! Boy, that's absolutely, I'm telling you one thing. To have a desire to have the title, even the ring, but to pull that kind of a stuff. They're trying to get Dundee back. Come on, Billy.
Well, I'll interview myself, Russell. I don't need you to interview me. No, him either. I won that battle royal, and you know it. Yeah, they did, and you saw it too. him loose. Come on. I got you in here, punk. I'll get you out of this business. Come on. Turn him loose, Lawler. Come on. Come on, Jarrett. You better get, come on, big boy. We see somebody got a little guts around here. Come on. I don't want to hear from you either.
Jeff Jarrett said he was not going to be your partner. He wants a match with you. Now, if you've got any guts, you sign the match, and I'll put it on the card.
Well, you just go back and you tell that boy he got it, because I don't want no boy for a partner. I want a man like me.
You're going to have to wrestle. Add that match to the card.
Oh, well, that'll use you. Just one day.
Yeah, well, listen, I'll tell you one thing. You didn't win the Battle Royal. You
I did. I threw him over the top.
You threw him over the top and he hit the
Take that
front.
ring
Then
off
you pick up
Lawler,
a
too.
chair and start swinging at him with a chair. Dundee.
Add that match to the card. It'll be Jeff Jarrett versus Bill Dundee.
Just some of them stupid little girls that still wear training brides think he's a man. He ain't. I'll show you how much of a man he is.
You're a man. You hit him with a chain. You hit him with a chair. Hit him with everything else. Boy, I'll tell you one thing about Bill Dundee that's predictable, and that is that he is unpredictable. But Billy has such a temper. He just... And the son of a gun, when he gets his mind set on something, he'll do it. Hey, come on, Bill. Just get on out of here.
Let's go.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just take a break and get on out of here. Actually... Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum, the Rock and Roll Summit. It's going to happen in Evansville, Indiana. You're going to be seeing an AWA World Tag Title match when two great teams from great conferences will be meeting for a title. The Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, going against the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, for the world title. In addition to that, it's Renegade Rampage night. You're going to be seeing some of the great matches you've ever seen. It will be time-waived on the last two bouts. Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee, Tommy Wildfire Rich comes back to meet Jerry the King Lawler in a single match with a time wave and regular prices. That's right. Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum, all of that action will be going at regular prices with a Rock and Roll Summit meeting with the Midnight Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express. Better make your plans to beat. Go. Our time's running out. Gorgeous Gary Young coming out here. And he is with Brother Ernest.
What an exciting day, lads.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I've already had my day,
The most
man.
exciting day in professional wrestling history because the coalition of all the coalitions, the greatest wrestling coalition in the world, Brother Ernest. Tell it to him, baby.
What I want to know, Brother Lance, did you hear Brother Lawler threaten me?
Yes, I heard him.
Did you hear him threaten me? All I can tell you, when I walk around death, I fear nothing, because I've got my coalition.
You got the strength, and you got the brains, and you've got the Southern Tag Team champions, Maxx Payne and Gorgeous Gary
We
Young.
also have a match, and we're running short on time, so let's get at it, gentlemen. We'll see if we can get it underway. Dave?
It's going to be a match to the expiration of time here. Alan Reynolds out of Arkansas, 230 pounds, going against, from Houston, Texas, at 250 pounds, Gorgeous Gary Young. And I misspoke myself. It's actually a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Gorgeous Gary Young, boy, I don't know. It doesn't look like he's going to take the full 10 minutes here. He jumped Alan Reynolds over in the corner. Alan, a young wrestler, going against the tough Gary Young. Oh. Young with a cover. Count is 1, 2, 3. 27 seconds is what that one took.
Quick win. We'll take time out. Be back in a moment. $1,000 Renegade's Rampage tournament that's going on. Every week we're having a trivia contest, and the winner of our very first week was Mrs. Brenda Carr, 6009 Robin Hood Lane in Louisville, Kentucky. Congratulations, Mrs. Carr. You are eligible now for the 18 finalists that will go for the very large grand prize that we're going to have. Okay, quickly, let me give you the question for this week. You'll have to send Renegade's Rampage on your entry. Renegade's Rampage Trivia Contest. Name 2 father and son tag teams that have wrestled together in this area. Name 2 father and son tag teams that have wrestled together in this area, and send it to Renegade's Rampage Trivia Contest, WMC, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38104. Good luck. We're flat out of time, Davey. We'll have to see him next week.
See him next week. Yes,
okay.
Dave.
For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station.